Hi, it's Loren Lockman from the Tanglewood Wellness Center in Costa Rica, and I'm sitting here today with Debra, who is about to leave us after near 5.5 weeks at the center. Debra, maybe you can tell a little bit about why you decided to fast, and in your case, about what the processes look like getting here.
Oh, it took me 2 years to get here.
2 years.
2 years, and I watched your videos, and but I'm a director for a veterinarian clinic, and we own that business, and there was just no time. And we were selling it, retiring, and high demand job.
Right.
Looked after my mother-in-law. So, you know who was last?
Yes, I understand.
Women, I did put myself last.
Yes, of course.
Finally, I got to be first. I finally got here.
It's typical with women of your generation.
Yes.
Everybody else is first.
Exactly.
You want to start taking care of yourself now.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, good. So, what was it? It was 2 years in coming, but why did you decide to do a fast in the first place?
All my life I've wanted to fast.
Okay.
I mean, I've read so much about how healthy it was for you. Also, biblically, people fasted.
Right.
I mean, and we're obsessed with food as a culture. I was obsessed.
No, absolutely.
French fries, pizza, when I worked all day.
Almost everyone.
8 o'clock at night, there's where my food is.
Yeah.
No time.
So were there specific issues that you were dealing with?
Yes, all along. Constipation, basically my whole life,
Okay.
and diarrhea. And then I get into the laxatives.
Right.
Not healthy.
No, definitely not.
No.
Okay. So you came. You had intended to fast a little longer than you did. You wound up fasting how long exactly?
22 days.
22 days. A very powerful process.
Yes.
And was it beneficial to you?
Oh, in leaps and bounds. I feel amazing.
Yeah.
I lost weight, but that was minor. I mean, it's nice to have it off.
Yeah.
But the mental clarity, my creative, my thoughts. Going through some changes as I come down here with retirement.
Right.
And also a divorce, changes like major in my
big
life.
Time. Big time.
I had to step back from that.
Right.
And also, the doctor wanted me to go to a surgeon because of my constipation.
Right.
So they did some x-rays and they were thinking, surgeon, slice me open.
Talking about removing a piece of the bowel?
Bowel, yeah. And I just wasn't prepared to do that.
And how's your elimination working now?
Perfect. I never, in probably my whole life, did I have healthy bowel movements.
Right. And now you do.
I never knew what that looked like.
Several times per day.
Exactly.
Yeah. And in fact, I've talked a lot over the years about the elimination of old material. You're seeing stuff that you know is not what you're eating now.
No, it's not.
Yeah. Okay, good. So, is there anything else you'd like to mention about your experience here?
It is difficult fasting. Some days, are better than others. Some headaches happened. However, if you listen to if you're teachable, which hopefully I was, I didn't put up too much of a hard time, but I didn't. However, I drank the water. You got to drink a lot of water and hydrate yourself. And the process, it worked.
Yeah.
I mean, my thoughts, when I came in here, my thoughts were depressed. I was looking in the past all the time and thought my life will never move forward. I have a total attitude change. I'm optimistic. I've learned to observe more. I have hope for the future.
Yep.
My thoughts are not depressed.
Right.
And that is amazing. There's nothing worse than having the world's so beautiful and your thoughts are so sad. The quality of my life was down. Now there's joy, there's love, the things that are
beautiful.
Beautiful.
And overall, I mean, it's not just your elimination, is it? Overall, how are you feeling now compared to before?
Oh, before I was just going through the motions of life. Like, I know I got to get here and fast. It's going to help. I believe that.
Yeah.
And it did. But before, I was just going through the motion of life, trying to it wasn't to wake up and feel, yes, I want to go for a walk in the jungle and see the howler monkeys, look at the birds. The zest for life is finally back.
This may be hard to believe right now because I know you're feeling great and have tons of energy. You've been hiking long distances every day.
Yeah, 7 kilometers some days.
Right. I think you're going to be surprised by what happens over the next week, because next 6 weeks or so, if you continue to follow the program, it's going to get better and better.
Wow, that's hard to believe because I feel amazing.
Yeah.
And this is the best thing I've ever did, and I encourage, especially women of my generation. I know you're overworked. You have
Those
your
are 29 to 35-year-olds.
That's right. We are, and we take care of everybody else. But I think that unless you take care of yourself, you'll have nothing but to give anyone else. Your family.
Yep.
You'll be in the hospital as you're old. I'm retired now. I'm not old, but as you retire, I want to learn Spanish. I want to explore the world more, pick a few places to go. I have so many things that I want to do, and I have the health to do it and the vibrancy.
Fantastic.
So thank you, Loren.
Debra, it's been a pleasure having you here. Thank you so much for sharing your experience with everyone. Well,
I gave him a hard time a few times.
At times.
Well, what are women for?
Thank you so much for sharing your experience with everyone.
Well, any questions or anything that anybody wants to ask me, I'll be happy to.
Well, when this is up, there'll be comments and questions, and you'll be free to respond to them.
Okay, I'd be delighted to.
Thanks so much. We'll see you next time. Bye-bye.